be up for 8 hours, it's all going wrong. They're going to do an error that's going to cost you £5 million in 5 years' time. Send another doctor down, send them off for 15 minutes power nap and bring them back. What we need is genius ways to keep our mind razor sharp for incisive thinking so we can get the diagnosis right more often than we're doing at the moment. So like Men in Black, the answer to good diagnosis, keeping our patients safe, is to empty our brain so they can think better. Thank you.
Thank you, Gordon.
I've used every minute of my 4 minutes.
I think we've got time for 2 or 3. We're Vikings and West Highlanders as well, so time goes on. Right, any questions or comments? Joseph?
Thank you very much. This was very interesting. I had my postgraduate education in Sweden, so I know everything about
Fika.
Yeah, I do. I was thinking about what you said about the brain, that we only have one brain. We don't. We have 2. Some people say we have 3.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, for simplification's sake, it's called the limbic system. And the limbic system contains everything that has to do with our sustainability as a species.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in constant fight with the reason brain.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it very often affects that's where our pleasure center is, that's where depressions are, that's where phobias are, and so on. And it's constantly affecting our reasoning, of course.
Yeah.
And I think that's where our preconscious also lives, i.e. That's where our intuition.
So I was doing just the fact that's our very highest level to start with, what we're just trying to do when we're talking with the patient. I know I completely missed the diagnosis of Addison's disease during an outpatient consultation with a lady who presented with a low slodium and dizzy spells, and her skin was brown. And I'm an endocrinologist.
Oh yeah.
And at that stage, my colleague had left the hospital. The hospital executive had failed to appoint a replacement. I was looking after 35 patients on the ward. It was the end of an outpatient session which was meant to have 8 patients and it had 13 patients in it, and I was bloody angry. So the limbic system just took over. This woman cannot have Addison's disease. Get her out of my outpatient room. I want to go for lunch. So I think the stuff underneath, emotion and so on, is also very important.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why people are talking about mindfulness and resilience. So you come to work in a good frame of mind to start.
And you were luckier than Dr. Bawagawa,
yes.
Who had that same.
No, I sent my list of things to General Medical Council and say, do you want to call me up and stand alongside them?
Michael?
I came to Britain when I was 50, having worked in different countries. And my observation was that something was wrong in Britain. The consultants have lost all influence on their working conditions. Whatever you say is being ignored.
Yes.
I don't know whether the man is here, but they are a pest. They are usually, they have no medical expertise whatsoever. They are amateur. From the chief executive to the hospital manager to the IT people, they have no special knowledge of the field in which they are working. And they do everything to make your life difficult and miserable.
It's nice to find somebody a little bit more extreme than myself. I'd say firstly, Scotland is a better atmosphere and better culture than England.
Oh God.
In England, it's very much bullying and forcing people to do things. I would agree that from what I've seen of travelling around a number of hospitals internationally, is that when the person at the top is a doctor or a nurse, the hospital is likely to run much better than if the person at the top is a manager or an administrator. And these people who work with us actually are highly motivated, highly intelligent, smart people, but they just need to be told what to do when it comes down to it. So they have to know that if you're going to do a ward round, you don't have the cleaning schedule at the same time. And they have to believe us on that. So I think they need leadership from us to tell them what to do. And then they're so smart and bright, they know what to do.
Okay. Time for one more question or comment?
It's interesting you talked about the information, because in Scotland you've achieved it thanks to people like Billy. You have access to the data, record results anywhere in the hospital. Whereas we have merged with St. Martin of the Park. Same trust, but I can't see St. Mark's results.
No.
My access is only for 80 patients. So very, very limited, whereas in Scotland it's achieved.
Well, I'd say in relation to work, my father worked on the first commercial computer in Britain towards the end of the 1950s. I remember going to see one of these machines. And in comparison with the rest of the world and how things work outside hospitals, if it was a journey for 100 miles to where we should be, England is around about mile 5 and Scotland is around about mile 10, compared with where we should be now, in terms of that information being gathered and presented to our brains on the screen in a way that we can understand, so that you don't have to spend 15 minutes, even just before you go to the bedside, to gather that information. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Gordon.